Mr. Minocher Patel. Mr. Minocher Patel is the founder director of ICL Solitaire, India's first residential finishing school and international corporate training consultancy since 1998. A management graduate from Symbiosis Institute of Business Management, Pune. Minocher has over 7 years of experience in the private sector as a marketing professional and 21 years of experience as a motivational speaker and a trainer. Just started his career as a corporate marketing professional, a brand manager for the Wadilal Group for 5 years, and then had an international assignment for food specialities, Dubai for 2 years. Mr. Patel has won many national and international awards, including Global Excellence Award at the House of Lords, London, UK, for emerging as one of the best, most popular and entertaining motivational speaker. IMA welcomes Mr. Minocher Patel to share his extremely precious experience with all of us.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we here present Mr. Minocher Patel to you.
Thank you.
So.
This is a bad time to come in to speak. All the students out there, I know you have had a long day. I'll try to make it special for you all. I'll try to make it special for all the delegates here. My friends, I'm going to talk about a very different topic. As you would see here, I'm going to talk about the power of happy leadership. I'm a great believer that in India, we take leadership too seriously. I always say leadership needs to be sincere. They don't need to be serious. Happy leadership, I've been talking about for the last 15 years, and I feel in today's world, if you want to make our economy into a 5 trillion economy, all the companies will have to grow fast, and that will only happen if the employees are happy. More and more research is showing that if the employees are happy in your organization, employees will perform better. So happy leadership is directly concerned with profitability too. More and more research is showing happy employees make profitable organizations. Anyway, now one of the best examples of somebody who practiced happy leadership was who? Anybody? Can you see the photograph here? J.R.D. Tata. He actually practiced happy leadership many years back. In fact, he made a very interesting statement 45, 50 years back. He said that 50 years from now, I don't really care if India is a very rich country, but I do hope that India is a happy country. And those were profound words, because you could be a rich country but still be an unhappy lot, and that's dangerous. That's why you will see the suicide rate is very high in some of the most developed economies. So we need to create a happy nation. We need to create, since we have corporate leaders here, our responsibility is to create happy organizations. But the biggest problem in our country right now, the way I see it, I don't see many happy leaders. I train a lot of CEOs, senior leaders, you name it, chairmen of organizations over the last 21 years. And I've been talking about this for a long time, and now that's what I'm going to speak about today, that how do you practice happy leadership? Now, my friends, understand this. When will a leader be a happy leader? Anybody? When will a leader be a happy leader? Beautiful. When he himself is happy. You know, my friends, understand this. In our country, we are conditioned to be unhappy. How many of you are married out here? Go home today. Do this experiment at your own risk. Look very happy. Extremely happy. Your spouse will say, "Kahan gaye the?" Nahi, kahan gaye the? She or he will doubt you. We are not used to seeing happy people. I asked this question to a lot of leaders in my programs who I trained and coached, that tell me honestly, I told them, when you think, and I want you to think too, when you see some happy employee in your organization, What's your reaction? When you see somebody laughing, looks happy, what's your thought process? Think about it. Think about it. Honestly, 74% in my research, 74% managers, leaders told me, the first perception I have is this guy is not working. Itna has raha hai, kaam nahi hoga, kaam do. That's one. Number two, he is not serious about his work. Or, number three, the worst, isko job mil gaya kahan to bhi. Ye chhod ke ja raha hai. We are not used to seeing happy employees. My request to you is that conditioning has to change. Because in our country, we are not conditioned to be happy. We are told from childhood, be successful, be successful. Nobody tells us be happy. Think about it. Even in college. Think about it. Right from childhood, we are conditioned for success. Nobody talks about happiness. I'm a Zoroastrian by birth. I'm a Parsi. And I read in the scriptures about 15 years back. In my scriptures, forget the religion, look at the learning in the scriptures. It says you're born in this world for two reasons. Any guesses? Two reasons you're born in this world. It says your spiritual duty, the first one. The first spiritual duty is to be happy. It's your duty to be happy. And second, any guesses? To make others happy. I said, wow, what a beautiful thought. And that changed my philosophy, and I decided if I'm going to train students, I'm going to train executives, I'll make sure my people I coach and train are happy. It is very, very important, my friends, that we keep people happy. In fact, in our country, like I told you, we are conditioned not to be happy. In fact, many of you, if you laugh a lot today, you will have this guilt complex. You might say, oh my God, aaj bahut hasa hu. Ghar pe jaake problem hoga. The other fellows say, mere saath bhi aisa hi hota hai. We are cautious about actually laughing and having a good time. In fact, there is a big happiness scam in India. Luckily, Arnab Goswami has not heard about it. Otherwise, India will want to know. What is that happiness scam? Any guesses? The happiness scam is, right from childhood, we are told, beta, work hard now, be happy tomorrow. Remember in 10th standard, your father told you, beta, 10वीं है, बहुत ध्यान से पढ़ ले. Once you go to college, then you enjoy na, मजा करो. Then you go to 12th, your father will tell you, beta, 12th very crucial year. Work hard. Once you go to senior college, enjoy. Then you go to college, you come to your final year. Then you're about to do your MBA. Your father will say, you want to get into a good MBA college, prepare hard. Once you get into your MBA course, enjoy, maja karo. Then you get into your MBA course. Then your director will come and say, good morning everybody. Welcome to this fantastic institute. Give me 2 years of yours. Work hard. Once you get a job, then you be happy. Then you get a job. Nowadays companies pay well. So they'll tell you, boys, welcome to this fantastic company. We are paying you well. But now work like a bomb. But don't worry, first 5 years we all worked hard. After 5 years, once you become manager, then you be happy and enjoy. Then you become manager. Then your boss will tell you, boss, you're manager now, don't mess it up. You want to become vice president? No? And nowadays youngsters want to become vice president today evening, not even tomorrow. They say, yes, yes, sir, I want to become vice president. Work hard for 5 years. Once you become vice president, then maja karo na. Look at our vice president. That's what they normally say in every company. They think the top guys don't work. They only enjoy. That's their perception. Anyway, so then he becomes vice president. Then the CEO will tell him, okay, boss, now you're vice president. Huh? Now don't mess it up. Take care of the vertical. I don't care you become horizontal. You want to become CEO, na? Work hard. Give me 5 years of yours. Once you become CEO, then you be happy, enjoy. Then you become CEO. Then the board will tell you, now the whole company depends on you. 10,000 people depend on you. Don't mess it up. Give us your best. And if you survive, you can play golf in your retirement. So everybody is waiting for retirement. Then you retire. Then you're sitting at home, your wife tells you, "Arey kuch to karo, market jao, kuch karo, kuch better rehte ho." Then he starts missing his secretary, his office. He says, "Mera office mein kitna respect hai, ghar mein koi इज्जत ही नहीं है." In that desperation, in the frustration, he starts Asta channel. Then one Baba will come. कि बेटा योगा से ही होगा, योगा से ही होगा. So this fellow says, "Baba, retired, yoga bhi nahi hoga." Another bigger Baba comes. He says, "Beta, don't worry, you're unhappy. Mar jao, next life you'll be happy." So basically, right from childhood to your adulthood, till you die, you are told, be happy tomorrow. I am telling you, when you walk out of this room, just promise yourself that from today, I will be happy and I will not feel guilty about it. If you're, enjoying a drink, let me ask you this question. Have you ever thought what gives you happiness? Just think about it. 2 things that give you happiness. Anybody? 2 things that give you happiness. Anybody? Cup of tea?
Yes. Cup of tea.
I know recession is on, but
Apsara
but
chai
anyway,
is
good for you. If cup of tea gives you happiness, superb. But what's your name?
Sudhir Bhargava.
Who said that?
I'm Bhargava. Sudhir Bhargava.
Okay, Bhargavji. If a cup of tea gives you happiness, great. And I believe even a cup of tea can give you happiness if you are focusing on it and enjoying it.
Yes.
Right?
That's-
If you
that's the
drink
point.
it in a happy state of
Mind.
mind. If you're drinking a whiskey, enjoy it. Most people drink with a guilt. They don't enjoy their drink. Because in India, the conditioning is you're drinking, first from childhood, we are told drinking is
Injurious to
bad.
health.
But we Parsis drink, we make the most of it. You see Sardarjis, Parsis, a lot of communities, they drink without guilt. Aur ek dal, Patiala dal. Whether you eat food, you drink, you do whatever you do, don't do it with guilt. Be proud to be happy and work towards your happiness. That's one. And of course, also make sure that you make others happy. Now, the next point I'm going to talk about is very, very important. I'm going to share with you the CL formula for successful happy leadership. C plus L. Any guesses what does C stand for? Anybody? What does C stand for? Any guesses? What would C plus L? There are 2 different words. There are 2 different words. I'll give you a tip. The word starts from C. C is credibility, my friends. If you want to succeed as a happy leader, you must be credible. Any leader. Mahatma Gandhi was extremely credible, so people were ready to do anything for him to fight for the country. All great leaders are very credible. Are you credible? That's the question. And you can only be a happy leader if you're a good human being. I am a strong believer that you can't be a naughty guy, you can't be a Vijay Mallya and be happy for too long. If you're going to do something wrong, it will catch up with you sooner or later. That's why ethical leadership is connected with happy leadership. If you don't have ethics, if you're not honest, if you're going to do wrong things, somewhere or the other it'll catch up with you sooner or later, however big you are. There are so many examples in the last 10 years you will see the biggest have fallen because they were not ethical. So my request to you is credibility is very, very important. And credibility not only in office, even at home. When you're talking to your children, what does the L stand for? Anybody? What does the L stand for? The L stands for likability. See, a lot of leaders are credible, but they are not likable. If you want to be a happy leader, you got to be likable. People need to like you. Especially today's youngsters, they're a different lot. They will work with a boss whom they like. Earlier, in our times, I remember if boss was right or wrong, we had to listen to him. Now it's different. Likability plays a great role in success of a leader. Even in your own house, ask yourself, are you likable? I say happy leaders have the little woman in them. You know, if you see, normally mothers are most popular at home. Why? Any idea? Why are mothers more popular with the children? They are much more likable to the children. You know, if the father is working and the mother is working, if the father comes home from work in the evening and meets his son or daughter, the first thing he'll ask him if he's playing in the society gates or wherever down, what is the first question the father will ask? Any guesses? What did the father ask? Padhai kiya kya? Brilliant, yes. What does the mother ask when she comes back from work? Beta kuch khaya, kha le. Who will the child like more? The mother. It's very, very important how likable you are. Even how you get your child to drink a glass of milk. You tell the father, "Doodh pilao inko." Father will say, "Beta, idhar aao. Doodh pilao." "Nahi, papa. Idhar aao. Pee doodh." He says, "Ah, daddy." Dar ke mare piyega. But how does the mother do it? Mother says, "Bacha aaja. I put chocolate in it. Come." तुझे सलमान खान बनना है ना कि पापा जैसे बनना है? सलमान खान, दूध पी. The mother knows how to motivate him. Similar philosophy with employees. You need to be likable to your employees. You need to find ways of winning their likability. So some leaders have very high credibility but low likability. At the same time, only likability doesn't work. A leader needs to have credibility and likability in balance. Then it works. Right? So the next point now. Very, very important. What do happy leaders do, my friends? Happy leaders create strong bonds. Like you will see here, happy leaders make people want to be in leaders' presence. They make people want to be of service. They make people want to perform at their best. They make people want to share the leader's vision. And also very important, they make people want to participate in the leader's success. People want you to succeed. That's very, very important. When people want you to succeed, they'll work harder for you. Next point. Now, my friends, I'm going to share a very interesting and true story which Deepak Chopra has shared with us in New York. You heard of Deepak Chopra, all of you? He's a great speaker, writer. So Deepak Chopra says that when I was young, he says, I was based in Jamshedpur, and it was announced that Nehruji is coming. And Nehruji was like a rock star in those days, like Modiji was in 2014. People just were crazy about it. So, you know, Nehruji was coming, and his wife started trying different saris 3 weeks before. So Deepak Chopra's father told the wife that, what are you doing? She says, no, we'll be standing in the line right in the front, and I want to make sure I'm dressed well in case Nehruji spots me. So husband said, okay, do your thing. They went there and they stood in the line. They went 5:30 in the morning, made sure they get the first row by the roadside. And Nehruji was going with his bodyguards and all that in his car. And suddenly, he spotted Deepak Chopra's mother standing in the line there in a pink sari. So he stopped his car, told his bodyguard, give the rose to that lady. So she said, see, he saw me. I think she had read a lot about Nehruji, that he's a great visionary. So anyway, she took the flower. Now the important part of the story starts. She went home, and what do you think she did with the rose? Anybody? No. What do you think she did with the rose? What she did with the rose was amazing. She put it up in a hall with Nehruji's photograph, with a beautiful vase, and she called everybody and shared her experience as to what happened and how he gave her the rose. And every day people used to come to her house to see Nehruji's rose. Now the interesting part was, can I have silence there? There is complete, students are moving there. I can see, can the organizers, or maybe we should just wait for them to leave and I can continue, because it's, I don't blame them. If I was a student, I would be walking out too. That's a long day. Haji? Yeah, I understand. No problem. In India, you have to have a lot of patience, otherwise you become a patient. Anyway, now, so what did she do? She called, after the 15, 20 days, the rose started drying up. So what do you think she did? She called her close 20, 21 friends. There were 20, 21 petals. And she had a tea party for them. And she said, I am sharing this petal with you. Each person, I'm sharing this petal with you, my experience with you. And each person took it and said, take care of it safely, and they took care of it safely. So what did she do in that whole story at the end of it? She shared those petals with her friends. My question to you is, you receive so many petals in your life. Are you sharing those petals as a leader with people around you? With your family, with your employees, with people around you. Are you doing that? Ask yourself. Next point. Now, what do happy leaders do? Happy leaders create happy occasions. It's very important. You have to celebrate occasions. People don't celebrate occasions. We don't leave people with, we don't create happy moments. We need to create more happy moments. And most important, happy leaders create happy feelings. Leave people with good feelings, happy feelings, wherever you go. Even in your own house. Now remember, when I talk about happy leadership, it's not a strategy, it's a way of life. You got to learn to be at home, happy at home in your own house. Most people are very jovial in parties. They'll crack jokes, very funny. Everybody will say, "Aapke husband kitne jovial hai?" Bole ghar pe aao, rakshas hai. ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए. It should be a way of life. If you have a sense of humor, then you should be humorous at home also. It should be a way of life in you. You know, it's very, very important. Make sure people are happy because of you. Now, happy leaders need to have a positive attitude. In fact, if you want to be a 5 trillion economy, all leaders have to be geared that it's possible. I read a lot of media reports. It's not possible. It's not possible. Maybe it's true it's not possible. But if everybody says it's possible, you'll reach at least 4 trillion. But by saying it's not possible, you will reach 3 trillion. It's human psychology. See, if in 1983, Kapil Dev, if you remember, he was the first cricket captain to win the World Cup. They were out in 182 or 183, and everybody thought they've lost the game. But Kapil Dev went and told his boys, we have a chance. We have already scored 181 or 182. They have to still do it. Make it tough for them. We can still win. So if a leader doesn't think positive, a team cannot win. An organization can't win. A country can't win. So please, my request to all the leaders out here is have an extremely positive mindset, to the point that sometimes people will think you're crazy. But that's okay. That's fine. That's the risk of being a leader. Now, this is very important. Coming back to power of happy leadership, please develop a happy attitude. What's a happy attitude? Anybody? Anybody can define what's a happy attitude?
Smile.
No, that smiling is a technique to show your happiness. But what is a happy attitude? Haji? Beautiful. You decide from today, my friends. Give yourself this gift. That from today, I will get into a happy mode. I look at everything with a sense of happiness. You know, and most people are unhappy. Why? Because they have an unhappy attitude. They remain happy for some time, and then they go back to being unhappy. Most of us are unhappy in life because of one big problem. What is that? Anybody? Any guesses? Why are people unhappy? You will see a guy having a Mercedes, driving a car, having 1,000 crore turnover. I coach a lot of senior CEOs and chairmen of industries. And they tell me, Minocher, I'm doing 1,000 crores, but maza nahi aa raha hai, yaar. We need to push it and get to 2,000 in the next 5 years. They don't enjoy their present success. I have a friend, a Parsi friend, who's become, in 20 years, now he's running a 500 crore company. The other day, I was having a coaching session with him, and he says, Minocher, maja nathi aati, yaar. We need to do 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 crores. We are small players. I said 20 years back, you were on a bike. You used to think of filling how much of petrol to fill. Today you have all the cars in the world, but you still work 16 hours a day. For the last 20 years, you're working 16 hours a day. What's the use? Are you celebrating your success? Because it's never ending. See, when we are young, now listen to this very carefully. When we are young, we start with ambition. It's good. But as we get older, we get greedy. And then we stop enjoying our success. My request to all of you is, please learn to celebrate your success. Whatever it may be. Somebody is running a big company. Somebody is earning 10 lakhs a month today or 5 lakhs a month today. Earlier, imagine you started at 50,000. But somebody who's earning 5 lakhs a month will say, no, but I need to get to 10 lakhs a month, then I'll enjoy. Don't postpone happiness. In whatever position you are, wherever you are, celebrate, develop a happy attitude. And this is very important, my friends. As an exercise, please smile more. Confident people smile more. Happy people smile more. You see in Indian lifts, you'll see people suited, booted, all staring at each other. Very few people smile. When somebody smiles, either he's been trained or he's an evolved soul or he's traveled abroad. You can make out the difference. You go into a lift abroad, everybody's smiling at each other. Here they're staring at each other. Ye kaun hai? You see in Indian offices, the way people walk in offices, people are so serious. It's like a morgue, especially when they see the boss. But there is a philosopher, there is a psychology behind that. Bosses don't like people laughing and smiling. So moment boss comes, everybody's serious. He might be on Facebook, but serious face. So how is it going? Boss, very hard, lot of hard work, sir. Good, work hard. You need to smile more. Smile is a very powerful emotion, my friends. Even at home, when you go home, please learn to smile. A lot of people say, Minocher, but whole day we are acting, yaar. Even go home and smile. I said, why? They are your internal customers, yeah. Look at them like that. Smile at your own wife. We smile more at other people's wife. Think about it, honestly. We tend to smile more at भाभी जी कैसे नमस्ते घर पे गए पानी दो. Not everybody, but many of us. It's very, very important, my friends. If you want to really be happy and spread happiness, just start smiling more. And next is very, very important. All happy leaders, please, please develop a sense of humor. And all of us can't be Kapil Sharma. Okay? But what is a good sense of humor? Anybody? The ability to laugh at yourself. Everybody can't be a Bharat Dhapolkar. Sir, I'm a great fan of yours. I've been seeing your plays ever since I've been in college. And great stuff. And see, remember, a person with a sense of humor is an evolved soul. A basic soul can't laugh. He can only laugh at others. The more spiritual you are, the more evolved you are, automatically you will have a sense of humor. In India, people will judge jokes also. You try to crack a joke in office, 10 people will criticize. Kya joke tha ye? Isme logic kya tha? You go for a party, you have 2-3 drinks, you crack a little naughty one, another one will say, that was a little bit too much, huh? He's not watching it. Enjoy it na yaar. If you don't like it, ignore it. They'll criticize the joke. We don't know how to celebrate even a lovely evening with friends. It's very, very important to laugh more, to crack more jokes. A lot of people tell me when I coach them, Minocher, I can't remember jokes like you. I said, use technology. Before you go for an important meeting, depending on who the audience is, you have jokes on the WhatsApp. You get so much jokes nowadays. WhatsApp University is on. You get a lot of jokes. That's a good part of technology. Read out a joke. Say, I got this very nice thing. I want to share a joke with you all. Do the same with your family. I always tell everybody, tell all the husbands, a joke a day will keep the neighbor away. Most wives say, देखो बाजू वाले husband कितने हंसमुख हैं और आप देखो. Then the smart husband says, but wife भी देखो ना उनकी. ऐसी wife मिले तो मैं भी हंसमुख हो. You need to develop a sense of humor. Don't analyze, diagnose jokes. Crack more jokes, laugh more. You will live more. Now research is showing people who laugh more live longer. So for your own health, please laugh more and enjoy life. Next, very, very important. Now, happy leaders need to develop a learning attitude, not a judgmental attitude. What I notice is as person becomes senior, he becomes more judgmental. There are more High Court and Supreme Court judges in the civil life than in courts themselves. You see in offices, everybody is a judge. They are judging the boss, they're judging the CEO, they're judging the chairman, everybody, even the peon. The peon will sit there and say, "Kai kaam karat nahi, ugis firat rahat." In India, everybody is judging the other guy. The pan wala will say, "Ye Dhoni ko drop karna mangta, khelne ko nahi aate." Very bad. Chandu Borde ji is from Pune. I don't know if I'm sure you have heard of Mr. Chandu Borde. He was in the selection committee. So we were at a party and he shared this interesting experience. He says, I was traveling in Deccan Queen one day to Pune, from Pune to Bombay, and I am in the board of, that time I was in the board of selection. So it was in the papers that they're selecting the team and all that. He says that in the first class compartment, the discussions that happened for 4 hours, we don't discuss so much. But he says, I got good insights what people think, you know. We Indians love judging others. See, there's a very beautiful Chinese quote. It says, the more you know how much you don't know. The more you know how much you don't know. Another beautiful Chinese quote, it says, a truly wise man knows how ignorant he is. And another beautiful Chinese quote, it says, a wise man will learn even from a fool. A fool may never learn from a wise man. I hope all of you are learning. It's very important, my friends. If you want to be a successful leader in today's world, don't judge, be in a learning mode. And I coach a lot of senior people, so I can tell you in the last 10 years, I noticed there's a big change. Younger CEOs want to learn. It's a good change. They don't want to make mistakes. The thing is, the higher up you go, you can't afford to make mistakes. Every small mistake is magnified. One thing, Modi ji slipped the other day, and it's all over on WhatsApp. A person slips physically on a staircase and it's shown all over. It's magnified. A lot of people say, Minocher, why do you think I need to training? I'm perfect, I'm good. I said, you're good, but that 5-10% where you need to be fine-tuned is very important because that 5% will be magnified. So always remember, as you go higher up, you got to go more in a learning mode. All the time, right? And there's another beautiful saying I like to put in your mind is, there is so much of best in the worst of us. There's so much of best in the worst of us. And there's so much of worst in the best of us. Then who are we to judge the rest of us? So once you realize there's so much to learn from somebody else and there's so much of goodness in others, who am I to judge the other person? The moment you get into a non-judgmental mode, you will learn more. And I don't know how many of you have heard the monkey story, the cap seller story. Anybody have heard the cap seller story? I'll give you the latest version of it. The old version is, as you know, the cap seller went to selling caps, slept in the night, and what did he see? Got up in the morning and he saw all the caps gone. So what did he do? He removed the cap, threw it on the ground. Monkeys being monkeys, they removed the cap and threw it on the ground. Now he went home, gathered all the caps, went home and told the story to his grandson. Now my story starts. Grandson became a cap seller, family business. And what did he do? Similarly, he went to a jungle, went to sleep, got up in the morning, same mistake like grandfather. And he said, oh my God, what a blunder I've made. All these monkeys watching me and what do I do now? He remembered grandfather's idea. He removed his cap and threw it on the ground. The monkeys are staring at him. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5th time one monkey came down. And he slapped him. And he told him, you think only you have a grandfather? Everybody has a grandfather, my friends. Don't underestimate anybody. All great leaders are constantly learning from their competitors also. All wars were lost because Hitler underestimated Winston Churchill and he lost the war. One of the reasons he lost the war because he underestimated his enemies. Never underestimate. Keep learning. Very, very important. And remember to be humble. And I see this. The more spiritually evolved you are, the more knowledgeable you are, the more talented you are, the more humble you are. Why does everybody like Sachin? Just think about it. It links to my likability factor. Of course, he's got credibility. He scored so many runs. But why is he the most likable cricketer in India? Think about it. Any guesses? He's very humble. He's always saying, oh, yeah, he'll underplay himself. Yeah, I'm learning. Yeah, I'm doing something. Virat Kohli, when he started his career, he was arrogant. But full marks to him. As time has gone by, he is becoming more humble. And you can see the difference. You can see him growing emotionally and spiritually. Because he's improving. He's becoming a more humble leader. And now people are liking him more. Earlier, he was not liked so much. Right? So if you want to be a successful and a happy leader, learn to be humble. And it has to be practice. It's conscious. Because once you're in a Mercedes the whole time and you have a beautiful secretary, everything going for you, doing 1,000 crore turnover, it's very easy to be arrogant. So if the more successful you are, the more you have to be in a conscious state to be humble at every level. Of course, I see people, you don't have to be very rich to be arrogant. I can see somebody earning 10,000 a month and extremely arrogant, So, but the point is, it has to be built up in your system at whatever level you are. This is very important. Happy leaders have to develop a giver's attitude. Am I giving to my people? The law of karma is very simple. The more you give, the more you will get. You can't be happy without giving. Giving is a very powerful act. And if you want to be a happy leader, start giving. Find out how can you make your employees more happy. I don't know if you know, but Google has a happiness director. His job is to keep people happy. Not a HR director, different director, happiness director. They are trying to find ways in Google, how do I give more happiness to my employees? So my request to you is, think about it. Can I give more happiness to my employees? Can I do more for others? And this is very important, my friends. Please develop a grateful attitude. Do you know why people are not grateful? Anybody? Why people are not happy? Most people are unhappy. Many people are unhappy today. Though they have everything. Why? Just think about it. Everybody in this room, most people in this room, God has given us everything. 90%, most of the things we need. But how many of us are truly happy, and how many of us are really rocking it in our life, having the sense of happiness from within? People are unhappy because they are ungrateful. First, they are ungrateful to God. My request to you is, every month, write down a gratitude sheet. Write down what all you have achieved in the last 15 years. Whenever you feel sad about how much you have to achieve, find out how much you've already achieved. Don't forget what you have achieved. Most people are unhappy because they are ungrateful to God. They are ungrateful to their boss. If you have a good boss, thank God for it. If you have a good wife, thank God for it. Don't take her for granted. If you have a good husband, thank God for it. It's very important to have a sense of gratitude. Extremely important. Now this is very interesting, my friends. A dog's attitude versus a cat's attitude. How many of you have a dog at home? A real dog? Some of the husbands got it. How many of you have a dog at home? Many of you, great. So see, dog's attitude. You give him food on time, milk on time. Give him a nice hug. What did the dog say? What does the dog think? Oh my God, I'm so lucky. My master is like a god. Do the same thing for a cat. Give her milk on time, food on time. Take care of him, or, pet. You know what the cat is thinking? I am God, so he's taking care of me. And that's the difference. Even in organizations, you'll find people with a cat's attitude. Identify them, correct them. A lot of times the more you do for people, some people take it for granted. Yeah, you better do it for me. I'm God. So you have to develop a dog's attitude. Very, very important. Now, my friends, I'm going to share with you 5 Guru Mantras for happy living. If you can Use this in your life. It will help you a lot. It's there in my book also. 5 Guru Mantras for happy living. All those who are practicing have benefited a lot. I would suggest you understand it and implement that in your life and you'll see a difference. The first Guru Mantra. Any guesses? What could be the first Guru Mantra for happy living? Anybody? First is balance, my friend. Remember, a Persian king about 2000 years back called the greatest philosophers of the world and told them, give me the essence of good living in one word. They discussed for 1 month. And after that, they all agreed that if you want to live happily, if you want to have good living, you got to learn to balance your life. And that's so true. Now we are talking about work-life balance. We are talking about financial balance. We are talking about emotional balance. It's all about balance. If you can balance your life, you will make sure the chances of you being happy are higher. Next, very, very important. Let go. In Taoism, the 2 most powerful words, let go. Let go of negative feelings, let go of past relationships, bad thoughts, bad feelings. The more you let go, the more your chances of being happy are. Many of us carry a lot of negative energy and negative thoughts of the past with us. The challenge is to let go. Now coming to the third and very important attitude to have is live as if you're going to die tomorrow. But in a positive way, huh? Don't say, "Bhi kya fayda fir soch ke itna." Live, if you're going to die tomorrow, what would you do today? That's why I say don't postpone happiness. If you feel like doing something today, do it today. Live with this thought. Okay, if I die tomorrow, no regrets. I ate well, I did my job well, I took care of my parents, I took care of my family, I did my best for everybody. Good to go. Right? And the next point, very, very important, my friends. Be attached and yet detached, and be detached and yet attached. This is very important. Be attached and yet detached, and be detached and yet attached. We Indians get too attached too fast. Think about it. We are very emotional people. How many engineers out here? Can you raise your hands? Great. So what's a movie? Technically, when we see a movie, what's a movie? How would you define a movie? It's anybody? Anybody else? There are a set of negative photographs moving at a particular speed, right? It's not the real thing. But we get so attached to the movie. How many of you saw Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge? Most of us? So the last scene, you remember when Shah Rukh Khan was on the train and he's like, Pakad. Remember? And everybody's like in the theater, Pakad. And she's running, and everyone is on the edge of the seat, and it was very emotional. And then after a few days, you realize, director ne pagal banaya. He could have pulled the chain, no? But when you're too emotional, you can't think logically. We get too attached to the movie. We forget to think logically. As leaders, learn to be detached from problems. Also, the more closer you are, the more emotional you are, you can't take good decisions. Forget movies, TV serials. Many years back, about 4 or 5 years back, I was going to my Gujarati friend's house for dinner. I love Gujarati food, so I was invited to their house. I reached there at 8 o'clock, 8:30, and in those days the serial was on, Saas Bhi Kabhi Kisi Ki Bahu Thi, right? Something like that. And they were all very serious. I said, "Kya hua?" Bolo, "Meer mari gyo ne." So I used to not watch serials. Now I started watching serials because my brother has become a TV actor. So I tend to see a little of his serials. I never saw TV serials. So I thought somebody in the house has died. I said, "Meer kaun?" So I said, "Aaj ka to dinner gaya." So he said, "Nahi, pelo TV serial mein aave na, ye mari gyo." I go, "TV serial mein aave kaun? Ki hero?" I go, "Are you mad? He's an actor." That too, Mihira, I believe, has changed 8 times. He says, no, we are seeing the serial for 3 years now. We got very attached to the actor, to the character. We get so attached to the character also. So my point to you is, be attached, yet detached, and be detached, and yet attached. Just remember, look at life as a movie. We are here for 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, max 90, 95 years. You have a choice. You can live like Moraji Desai or you can live like Khushwant Singh. Taste is similar. Your choice. We are not here forever. We are not here forever. So once you understand that, you'll live life differently. And the last point about this is, my friends, remember, higher acceptance and lower expectations. All our pain comes from high expectations. Especially in our personal life. Lower your expectations. The more you lower your expectations, my friends, the better you will live. At least within yourself. You don't want to show it to others, it's fine. But within yourself, lower your expectations. The more you lower it, the chances of higher happiness. Right? Now, my friends, I'm going to end my session with the story of Lord Buddha. There's an important learning here, so I'm sharing with you. So, of course, I wish all of you a lot of happiness as you try to become happy. I hope you'll do it. But the story I'll end my talk with the story about Lord Buddha. This young boy came to Lord Buddha and said, "Sir, I want to become a great man. And I've been told if I listen to you every day, I'll become a great man. Can I listen to you?" He says, "Come, listen to my bhashan every day." So for 1 year, the young boy went to Lord Buddha, and for 1 whole year, the boy heard Lord Buddha. And he came back to Lord Buddha after 1 year and said, "Sir, I have not changed. I was told you're a great speaker, then I should change. No, I'm a dhokado only. I have not changed. Why? Tell me." Lord Buddha said, "Come tomorrow morning. After my session, I'll answer you." So after the session, the boy reaches Buddha and says, "Sir, please tell me, you are supposed to answer me." And as Buddha is about to answer, 3 old men come and say, "Sir, can you help us to get to our village? We don't know the road to the village." So Buddha tells the young boy, "Okay, just go and help them. They're old people, just help them out." So he goes, he says, "Okay, go straight, go right, go left." Shows the direction, comes back. And as he's about to ask the question again to Lord Buddha, again they come back and say, "Bhai sahab, aur ek baar bata do." Once more he shows them. And once more he comes back to Lord Buddha. And as he's about to ask the question to Lord Buddha, again they come back. Lord Buddha says, "The old people help." This time he takes a stick and draws a map. And he says, "Did you understand now? I've drawn a map for you." He says, yeah, we understood. Thank you. And they're about to go. And as they go, they again come back. And he's about to ask the question to Lord Buddha. Again they ask, "Sorry, we forgot the directions. Can you help again?" So Lord Buddha says, the old people help them. He says, "Sir, thrice I showed them. I told them. 3rd time, I even drew a map for them. I showed them how to get there. I can't walk for them." Lord Buddha said, "Beta, you have given the answer for your own question." He says, "Remember, son, I can talk to you, but I can't walk for you." That's my message to you, my friends. If you agree with my talk, please walk it. And if you walk it, I'm sure you'll get a lot of happiness. I wish you guys all the best, all the success. God bless you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.